Howdy, friend. Welcome to Homegrown. I'm your host, R.P. Smith. Feeling mighty grateful this morning for the 9500s and the rain gauge. It settled the dust real nice in the corrals to make weaning a dozen calves much more pleasant. It made me a little sad to sell some of their mothers, but the signs were pretty clear that it would not be a good idea to keep them through another winter. Some good old cows, and a few younger ones that were not so great. The prettiest cow in the group left 2 crumpled gates to remember her by. This was earlier in the summer, but she was looking for something to jump right up until I got the trailer gate shut on her. A mixed load, hauled directly to the packing plant. I know it would not be seen as kindness by most of the world, but this was the quickest and least stressful way for some good old cows to serve their final purpose, and the safest way to cull one that might be a danger to person and property. One of the calves that I weaned was the 14th calf from that cow. If she stays around as long as her mother, it may very well be someone else that loads her into the trailer for her final ride. I heard an interesting story on the local radio station this week about an old neighbor. He's 94 and living in a care home in Broken Bow. He was offered a chance to take a ride in an open cockpit biplane, and he didn't turn down the chance. What a neat way to honor someone who served his country in World War II. Many years ago, this neighbor was having some pretty major health problems, and I was the youngest on a crew that came with swathers to harvest a very abundant cane crop. There were at least 4 outfits cutting down cane, and it might have turned into kind of a race, but I figured out early on that the 495 haybine that I was pulling was not going to keep up with the brand new one that my neighbor, who happened to be in his 80s, was pulling. And if Harry lapped me by the end of the day, that would be all right. The neighbor that we were helping and I are the only ones from the crew enjoying this morning's sunrise. Teach us, Lord, to number our days. A good day to remember leaving. It seems a random thought, as I sort off 3 teenage cows and drive them to the lot. Pondering cows' memories. A strange thing to cross my mind. Minnie works 'em up the ridge. We leave the calves behind. A good day to remember leaving. It almost makes it feel right. Belly's full from a fresh patch of grass. I expected more of a fight. Don't make it go so easy, girls. I already feel bad. You've outlasted your compadres, and good years we have had. If it was up to me, and payments weren't coming due, you could die here on the place. Just let you cycle through. Is that your intended purpose? This question I will hold. I would rather load you in the sunshine than lose you in the cold. And that really ain't an option, and won't pay down the loans. Banks might skin off the carcass, they care not to see the bones. See, girls, I keep them in business, just like you've done for me. And when this runner makes his course, it may not end so differently. A good day to remember staying. Blessings I recognize. I can still bark at the buzzards and still fan off the flies, and trail a line of thought that brings a little peace when sorting coal cows to make a payment on the school section lease. A good day to remember staying. My spirit lifted on a prayer. From the place my pony stumbled, lay me to rest right there. Press the clay around me, and let the grass grow tall, until I hear the trumpet and I rise to Jesus' call. On a good day to remember leaving, hooves thundering like drums, I will meet them in the air. My Lord, thy kingdom comes. I am looking forward to seeing some longtime friends at this year's Old West Days in Valentine. This is Nebraska's 30th annual Cowboy Poetry Gathering. Cowboy Poetry Gatherings wouldn't be near as much fun without some folks to listen, so I hope you can join us October 7th through the 10th. I will be part of the Friday night show and will also be involved with the Sunday morning church service at the Berean Bible Church. Wouldn't it be great if a young person was a part of this event for the first time, and they could carry the torch and be involved with gatherings for the next 30 years? A big thank you to the folks that put on Old West Days, both past and present, and for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this amazing event. I hope to see you in Valentine next month. Hoping that the Lord blesses you real good today, and that our happy trails cross again soon. I'm R.P. Smith.